welcome back to my channel. This is Alexa Curtis here from A Life in the Fashion Lane. First off, before I forget, there is a new episode of This is Life Unfiltered up today on iTunes and SoundCloud, so make sure to go to the podcast app on your cell phone and look at This is Life Unfiltered, because I'm interviewing a very fun guest today, and she is a dating expert and knows everything about millennial dating and basically what you should know. But I also want to thank you because the response on my last video about my breast reduction was a lot better than I was expecting, and I've been getting a pretty good response from people who have either had the surgery or are looking into it for themselves, and that's really why I put that video up, is simply because I wanted to show people that there are options out there if you're really insecure or you really are uncomfortable with a certain part of your body. So for me, that's something that I'm doing. But take a look at that. It's the last video on this channel called my breast reduction experience, like why I'm getting it done. Everybody's so curious about this. So I basically wanted to put a video up about how to get paid for blogging or social media, how to ask for money, and how to get major sponsors. So I started my blog when I was 12 and I just turned 20 in October. So I've been doing this for a while, but even when I was 12, 13, 14, like I had no clue how to pitch. I didn't even know what a pitch was. I didn't know what people wanted to see in pitches. So this is all stuff that I've simply learned. One email here that's on my phone that I wanted to bring up, which is what I originally pitched British Airways. So I pitched this email on November 24th, 2013. This is from my old email, a life in the fashion lane blogger at gmail.com. I had no money and I really wanted to go to London Fashion Week, which was so bizarre. I have no clue why I wanted to go to London Fashion Week, but nobody wanted to pay to go with me. So I just had a thought that came into my mind that was like, why don't I try and pitch British Airways? So here's what I said. Again, this is a very old email. I hope this finds you well. My name is Alexa Curtis and I'm a teenage fashion blogger, writer, social media manager, and model. I've been in 17, Teen Vogue, The Huffington Post, Parade Magazine, as well as Fox News and Rachel Ray. I'm a huge fan of British Airways and take your service constantly when traveling. That's a lie. You never managed to fail me. I'm planning on attending London Fashion Week in February and I'm considering British Airways as a company to fly with. I have an amazing collaboration idea that I know would bring BA significant exposure and open up a variety of ages interested in traveling with you. I look forward to hearing from you. So that is the first email that I got. The reply that I got was this on November 25th, 2013, which was 2 days. I always give 2 days to follow up. If I haven't heard from somebody in 2 days, I will follow up with them. If I haven't heard back in 2 more days, I will follow up with them. If they have not gotten back to me within that period of a week, I will usually wait a week and then start a new email thread that basically says, hi, I contacted you a week ago. I either heard back from you or didn't hear back from you. I just wanted to follow up one more time. I don't find that annoying. For the most part, besides one guy on the Wendy Williams show that really was mean to me and bitched me out about following up so many times, people are so busy. If you work in this industry, you know that publicists and people in PR are always doing so many different things. I am the person who gets on the phone and calls people, always follow up. But the email that I got back was, thanks so much for your email. You sound like a very busy and successful lady. So nice of them. We're thrilled to hear you're flying with us so regularly. Please do send over some further information about your idea proposal and we will consider it. When I got that back, that's what I kind of like to call a bite. So when you get an email back from a company that basically says we're interested or send us more information, that doesn't mean they're gonna proceed. That doesn't mean they have money to pay you, but it simply means that they're open to any new ideas. So the pitch that I sent them after that was like basically so long ago that I would change my whole pitching, how I pitch now. But what I would say back now is I would basically write, for a company like that that's a major corporate company, you want to be as detailed as possible. So I would basically start an email that, the subject line can be influencer proposal or influencer collaboration request or young adult blogger request, and I would basically start the email and say, hi there, I'm following up on the opportunity I presented to you last week. What I am looking to do is take a route from New York to London, London to Paris, Paris to New York on January 22nd, returning on January 25th on British Airways on a media rate or a comped air flight. And I am looking to do this in return for major publicity that I would be able to bring the brand. So I would start the email with that. That basically starts it off right away. If they look at that email and they're like, we are blocked out, we cannot send media on those dates, then you know you have your answer. So you would be able to have, you know, a backup. Also to mention, all corporate companies require like 4 to 9 weeks, if not longer, for this kind of stuff. You cannot email British Airways and expect them in 48 hours to send you on a flight, even if you work for Vogue. Like, it doesn't work like that. So whenever you're pitching, you have to keep that in mind, because otherwise you're kind of wasting everybody's time, because they literally can't send people on flights that quick. So when it comes to British Airways, I usually pitch them once or twice a year. I'll pitch them in January for September, September for February, just because I know that that's how it works. All companies are different, but for the most part, that's how British Airways works. So I would include in that email, you'd say what you basically want at the beginning, and then you would say underneath that, my website views per month are 100,000 viewers per month, 100 unique monthly views. I'm just randomly saying stuff. I have 30,000 followers across all of my social media platforms. My interaction per post is about a ratio of 600 likes to 35 comments. My demographic, you have to go like in depth. I know this sounds like nuts and I'm saying this super quick, but you really got to go in depth, because a company, regardless of whether they're a corporate company or whether they're just a regular company, they want to know as much as you can potentially tell them. And if you're wanting something for free, then it's up to you to make the best pitch, you know? It's all about reputation. You have basically one shot here to get the sponsorship or get the money. So yeah, you basically include all your stats in there, and then if you have a media kit, I would send along your media kit too, and then send the email, and again, wait, 48 hours to see if you hear back from them. When it comes to the payment part of things, so for example, I pitched a gift guide this week, or over the past 3 weeks, I've been pitching a gift guide on my site, and I found about maybe 50 brands to pitch it to, and I pitched it to all of them. Well, not maybe 50, maybe like 25. And I think I got 11 or 12 that were interested in being included. So how I started that pitch was I always find their press contact. So when you're looking to pitch British Airways, when you're looking to pitch Forever 21 or a small startup company, you go on their website. I don't suggest contacting like the email in their bio. You want to, their Instagram bio. You want to go to their website and find the press contact. So even if you need a contact for Dell Public Relations, you would need to literally Google Dell Public Relations. The same for magazines. If you're looking to pitch a magazine, you need to contact Vogue Media Kit, and then from there, when you find the Vogue Media Kit on the website, when it comes to magazines, it's a bit different. You don't want to contact a press contact on the magazines. I like to contact individual writers, and usually you can figure out their email by going to the press kit. So it's pretty much the same. If you're looking for a magazine press contact, you Google the media kit of the magazine, and then you see, okay, what's the format of the emails? It's usually like acurtis@condenast.com. From there, I would find the writer you're looking to pitch or the editor. You could look them up on LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, it always says like suggested people. So if you're looking for the editor of Vogue, you might see Anna Wintour and then 25 writers on the side. And because most of the magazines, all of their formats are the same, acurtis@hearst.com, alexa.curtis@condenast.com, you'll be able to basically piece it together. So it's kind of like a math puzzle, but once you figure it out, it's really easy. But when it goes to finding the press contact, that's what you want to do for most of the consumer brands. So you want to find the press contact. Usually I'll start an email by simply saying, who is the correct person to get in touch with a press release, with a press contact or press question? So I'll say in the subject bio, influencer request or social media request. I avoid saying blogger request just because I feel like millions of people email and say blogger request and you'll just get overlooked. So I would say like influencer marketing opportunity request. Then I would say, hi, who do I contact with a press request? Send that email. When they get back to you and they say, hi, my name's Jessica, I represent the North Face. What's your request? That's when I say, hi there, thanks for getting back to me. I'm putting together a gift guide for my website, A Life in the Fashion Lane. I have 12 to 15,000 monthly views, 1,000 unique monthly views, and across my social pages, I have about 30,000 followers. The cost to participate in this opportunity is $150, $250. What you will get is 4 social circulations throughout the month. You will get a picture and a slide in the gift guide, and then if you want to do an additional Instagram post, it's $150. $50. And then I would send, for example, I always send my Forbes article. You know, you obviously got to make yourself look the best. So you send the Forbes article, and then, you know, people obviously are like, oh, okay, I can read enough about her. I'll link my Forbes article below. But if you don't have a Forbes article or a random article, then, you know, just really put screenshots in there of your social pages, show the best picture on your Instagram. That's really what I would say to include. So you'll, you know, send that email, and then when you hear back from them, sometimes people will automatically say, hi, I'm really sorry, we have no budget, but we could send you samples. If somebody says that, then I personally, because I've been doing this way too long, I don't want any more stuff. So usually I'm like, if there's no budget available, I unfortunately can't have them participate in this opportunity, but I might be able to have them in something in the future, like let's stay in touch. Or if they reply and say, that's great, we'd love to do the blog post, but we don't want to do the Instagram, like what do you need from us? That's when it's like, okay, great, you got your brand there, you know exactly what you're doing, it's really easy. And then, you know, I specifically for the gift guide, I need high-res images and the link that they want included. So that's what I pretty much send back. So it's actually really quite easy. You just, I think the biggest part is if you're going into something and you're like, I'm scared about asking for money, or like, I'm not sure if they have any money, then they're gonna like vibe with that. So you gotta like make sure that you're forward with what you want. If you don't want clothing, but like you kind of wanna like see if they have a budget, but you wanna ask for it in the right way, like just be direct. There's no issue. I've never had anything bad happen to me when I say like, do you have any money available? You know, you're a business, you're a brand, they're a brand. So for the most part, if you think you want to be paid, then ask directly. And if you just want clothing, ask directly too. Because I have a website too, so I obviously don't just have my Instagram page, I have my blog and Twitter and Facebook and all this stuff. So I usually include bundle deals. So that basically means that if a brand gets back to me and says, oh, we're interested and we have budget available, what are you thinking? I'll be like, I offer a blog post for $150. I offer an Instagram post for $150. I write for another freelance site and that post is $250. But if you want to do all three of them together, I'll do a discount. Oh, I'm so bad at math.
Oh, 250?
150 is...
You stupid.
No. So then I'll usually do a bundle. So that's the best way to start working with brands, is you give them more bang for your buck, and everybody loves a discount. Like when I walk into a store and somebody comes up to me and says, you have a student discount of 15%, and I'm like, I don't have a student ID, nor am I a student, but I went to online high school, so here's my fake online high school profile. That's so exciting. That makes me want to buy, even if the discount's like 0.1, 0.2, whatever percent. Everybody loves a steal. So putting the word bundle in there really shows that you're obviously like, you do this, you know how to sell yourself, and they're getting more money for what they want. So that's basically my tips to pitching. I have had pretty good success from the way that I write my pitches. I always jump on a phone call with somebody if they want more information. And really, again, just being upfront about money. It's taken me like literally 5 years to be able to not care if somebody says back like, I have no money available. It really takes time to get used to asking for money. And the thing about when you run your own company is it's not like you can go in an office every day and you have to set up a meeting with your CEO and you have to sit down and be like, here's why I deserve like a $50 raise per week. You know, it's up to you to want to, you know, how much money you want to make. So take it into your own hands, contact as many people. And something I also usually do to find brands is I'll go on like Anthropology, I'll go on Revolve Clothing, and they always have a list that says brands. So obviously you wouldn't go to Forever 21 and like look for brands there, because obviously Forever 21 is their own brand. I always go to the smaller, well, the sites that are more like, you know, have tons of different brands, and then from there they link to the brand. So, you know, Anthropology I think has like maybe 1,000 brands on their website. Sometimes if I need more brands to contact, I will sit there for 4 days it takes me to get through that list. I will click on every brand on Anthropology, find the press email them all. I do not BCC. Honestly, I'm too lazy and think that would take longer to do, but that's what I'll do if I need to find brands or I'm working on a story, is I'll go to Anthropology, Revolve, any type of like cool concept store and whatever, and I will look at the brands from there, and you can send them the same thing. And you deserve to be making money from what you love to do. And if I've made it happen, and I was 14 when I sent the worst pitch to British Airways, and I've been able to do that every year since. Obviously my pitches have gotten better. You can do it too, so do not be afraid to ask for money. And I wish you so much luck in your pitching. Do not follow the first pitch I put on this email, on this video, because that pitch was so bad. So listen to the tips towards the end of this video that I think are the best tips. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you back on Friday for Sex Ed for Teens. Bye.